Hi everyone, welcome back to Math Persona. So today I want to practice multiplying and dividing rational numbers with different or like signs. So just like adding and subtracting integers, the steps are the same. So apply your fraction rules and then apply your integer rules, depending on the signs that you have. So let's first look at an example. Let's say I have negative 3/4 times 1/2. Okay, so the rule for multiplying fractions, the rule for multiplying fractions are just go straight across. So you would do 3 times 1, that's equal to 3. Then you would do 4 times 2, that's equal to 8. However, this time you have a negative number here and a positive number here. So you have two different signs. So your answer will become negative. Alright, so now before I move on, I just want to write to the side, add on to my steps over here. So whenever you're multiplying and dividing integers, so let's recap. Multiplying and dividing, we have, if the signs are the same, you have a positive number. If the signs are different, then you have a negative answer. Okay, so in this case, our signs were different, negative and positive, negative 3/8. So these, again, this is just a recap to the side over here. These are the integer rules for multiplying and dividing. So now let's say we had negative 3/4 times negative 1/2. Just go straight across. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 2 is 8. You have the same sign, negative and negative. So my answer would be positive, and I would just keep it as is. Alright, so now let's look at some division problems. Let's say I have negative 3/4 divided by 1/2 this time. Alright, so what are the fraction rules for dividing numbers? The fraction rules for division. Well, I would keep this one the same, 3/4. So it's going to be negative 3/4. You can keep the sign in there. Change the division sign to a multiplication sign, and then you will flip the 1/2 to be 2 over 1. Signs don't change, you just bring them down. Okay, so now you would use the same rules for multiplying fractions at this point. So when you divide fractions, the goal is to get it to look like multiplying fractions, to change it into a multiplying problem. All right, so I have a negative 3/4 times 2 over 1 now. Go straight across. So actually, before I do that, I can do cross cancellation. So 2 goes into 4 2 times, so I can change the 2 into a 1 and 4 into 2. So it now becomes 3 over 2 when I multiply straight across. And since I had different signs here, it's going to be negative. So it's negative 3/2 is my final answer. Now, if you need to change it into an improper fraction, it would be negative 1/2. Okay, I'll put or. Right, depends on what your answer or what is being asked of you, if you want to keep it as an improper or to change it to a mixed number. Now let's look here. Let's try if they both were negative. So I have negative 3/4 divided by negative 1/2. Apply the same exact rules. Keep the first one the same and keep its sign as well. And then change the division into multiplication. Flip your negative 1/2, so it becomes negative 2 over 1. You still keep the sign, right? And then multiply as you would fractions, right? And I can do cross cancellation here. So 2 goes into 4 twice. I can divide them both by 2. But since I have a negative number here, this will now become a negative 1. And this becomes 2. So go straight across. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2. And they are both negative. Negative and a negative. So my answer, the signs are the same, so my answer will be a positive. It will stay positive. And depending on what is being asked of you, you can keep it as an improper fraction, or you can change it to a mixed number. 1 and 1/2. Alright, thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you a lot.